Previously on the Culturalist, I ranted and ranted and ranted some more about colleges and internships. This time, I'll talk about something different. It's time for a debate. What is the best sequel to Dragon Ball Z? Let's find out now. Hello YouTube community and welcome to the Culturalist. I'm not really a big anime fan, but I love Dragon Ball. I grew up on the second dub, Dragon Ball Z Kai, which was a redubbing of the show with less filler. I loved it. Now, here's the debate. Each sequel to Dragon Ball Z and Kai has a different continuity, and they all contradict themselves. So today, we're going through them to decide which is the best. Let's start with Dragon Ball GT, the oldest sequel. Dragon Ball GT was released in 1996 and lasted for 64 episodes. Visually, it looked darker, and except for some rare occasions, like the concept, keyword concept, of the baby arc, Super Saiyan 4, and the ending, there are not many positives, just dumb and boring fights and story. Yeah, this is not getting any praise from me. But I love the Japanese theme song and credit songs. They are peak, and maybe the best music in these shows. So the actual show is the worst, and the music may be the best. Next, Dragon Ball Super is the first Dragon Ball show since GT. It was like a 2-decade gap. That's how bad GT was. Unlike GT, which was non-canon because Toriyama, rest his soul, was not involved in creating the show's story, Super did have his involvement with plot points. The show took place after Buu but before the end of Z Saga at the tournament. It's kinda weird, but it's how it works. The show was over 130 episodes and rehashed the 2 newest Dragon Ball Z movies, and then maybe the best start to a Dragon Ball arc with the worst ending, the racist Goku arc. It's the weirdest translation flub ever. He's named Black Goku. It's weird. Let's move on. The show, also unlike GT, is made with computer animation, and the result of an insane production schedule produced interesting results. Goku looks like trash. Super had some great pieces of animation later on, like Goku vs. Jiren, but it wasn't great story-wise compared to Z. Nothing feels earned. Like, please explain how Super Saiyan Blue or Trunks' Spirit Bomb sword works. Explain it to me. Try. But it's still a bit better than GT. The music is not as good too, especially since it shares tracks with Dragon Ball Z Kai's Buu Saga. Continuing. Most recently, Dragon Ball Daima, probably Toriyama's last piece of work, aired starting in fall 2024 for 20 episodes. The animation is fantastic, the new characters are awesome, and the music is pretty good too. I love the opening. But the plot was meh. It starts well and it's not as boring or annoying as GT, but it feels like a first draft. Like, there are things that happen that are like, what? Like, Daima is non-canon to Super and GT because it has Super Saiyan 4, and it again takes place before the actual ending of Z. What does that mean? It's a different canon? I don't know. All these different continuities are freaking confusing. Daima has great animation and amazing fight scenes, but a shitty first draft story, especially in the later episodes. Like, things should have been cut. Like, how did anybody not question these guys' importance? If you know, you know. It's a waste of time. Although the last episode of Daima is alright, the episodes leading up to it were bad, especially plot-wise. But the fight scenes and animation were so good. So, if I were to rank the 3 shows against each other, this would be the ranking. Daima, Super, GT. But I do think they're all a step down from Z and Kai in terms of story. But I love Dragon Ball, hence the debate about the sequel shows. Well, Dragon Ball Z is a sequel to Dragon Ball, but I digress. That ends this debate episode of The Culturalist. I've been James Blinken. Thanks for watching. Dragon Ball.